Welcome Capricorn, this is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I'm getting ready to do your November general monthly reading. I'm going to get right into your horoscope spread by reading the bottom of the deck of a new deck called the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. And the bottom of the deck here is the High Priestess. Capricorn, this is showing you holding a lot of wisdom. This is showing you allowing, even channeling a lot of knowledge, a lot of what you know to be true through your experiences right now. You are negotiating your past lives, your past experiences, who you are, as you have received a soul call. You have received an awakening as to your purpose, your life purpose, and you are running that knowledge now through your experiences, through your past, through your memories, to help you to sense and empower yourself with the experiences of this knowledge, of this purpose that you now have. I'm going to put this card in the middle of the deck for now. Turn this over and let's start with the first house, which is the Hierophant. The Hierophant card is about your role as a teacher, but you're a teacher as you are able to model the process of seeking guidance. This is a card that recognizes that you are seeking, actively seeking divine guidance, and fits really quite beautifully with the High Priestess card. This is something that you're modeling for yourself. This is your own process of understanding the life's purpose that you've been given, understanding that in this life through your experiences in this life, and sharing those with others. So your intuition is very open right now. I wouldn't be surprised if teachers are appearing to you either as ancestors, as friends, as counselors, anyone that is guiding you and with whom you trust their inner authority. The second house is the house of your possessions and your values and your body. The Five of Pentacles, despite the lovely picture on this card, it does look as though she is standing in snow, in ice. But this is much more celebratory than the customary deck. And in that way, it helps me to recognize that you have experienced a great deal of loss. You have focused in the past on disappointments, even a sense of failure, Capricorn. However, what remains from those experiences, what you've gleaned from those experiences, are what, in fact, the tools you need to make the connections moving forward. This card can generate tremendous gratitude out of the loss, out of the turning away from the past, turning away from the fault finding and self-criticism, and attempt to stay where you were, attempting to figure out what didn't work. Instead, you are turning your vision to the possibilities in the present for gratitude, connection, and even abundance. In the third house, you are communicating your process. The Six of Swords shows you very consciously moving away from difficulty. There is a sense here that you haven't been able to make peace with the situation that you're currently in. There's some communication that has been disappointing to you. And I see in your ninth house, there's also the Nine of Swords. So through your communications intimately, this is your own conversation with yourself. You have been disappointed in your ability to be in relationship with others. You find yourself being disappointed, neglected, and even dismissed. And at this point, you are ready to move away, to find value, to find peace out of a solution that has not been resolved. The fourth house is the Moon card. The Moon is the natural ruler of Cancer, which is belongs to the fourth house, the house of home, domesticity, the past, childhood, and even the unconscious. And this card is all about the unconscious. Here you are connecting with everything that is invisible. There's a strong link here between your ability to understand and own your own inner authority and your willingness and ability to connect with all sentient beings and energies in the universe. You have fearlessly delved into your very own depths, looked at your own mysteries, and really try to elevate your awareness and connection, conscious connection, to the things that may have felt buried, hidden from you in your past. Powerful card of connection, of manipulating, of using energies, not manipulating, but using energies of the unconscious, of your subconscious mind, kind of reining those in. The fifth house is where you create and you play with your peers, your equals, it's generations. It can be your children as other products of your creativity. The Eight of Swords shows you here very much overanalyzing experiences in your current situation, overanalyzing the way to accomplish something. And I'm sensing here that you're attempting to create or build something in a community of peers. As opposed to planning, you are attempting to strategize. And every eventuality or possibility you've scrutinized to the point that you have drained yourself of all creative energy and juices. You've distracted yourself supremely so that you hardly know the beginning from the end. And this is an area I suspect that you're needing to unblock. If you're experiencing blocks, you may be comparing yourself to others, overanalyzing failures and past efforts that you've made in this direction. And there is a need for you to let go of this effort, to let go of these pains, and let go of this need to figure everything out rather than doing it and seeing how it evolves. The sixth house is the house where we take care of ourselves and our bodies so that we can be more productive and healthy and efficient in our working with others. The Nymph of Cups is like the Page of Cups, and this shows you opening up to your feelings and your emotions. And this, again, is very much in alignment with all the major arcana cards. The Hierophant, the Moon, the High Priestess. You are opening up and accepting that you are beginning again at a different level. So as some say, you're leveling up. You are indeed leveling up. But you are open and acknowledging that you are now on a brand new path, perhaps with many skills that you've carried with you from the last cycle, but you are now opening yourself up to being a neophyte. The seventh house, the house of significant others and relationships, is the Nine of Pentacles. This is a beautiful card of self-reliance, of self-sufficiency, of abundance, prosperity, certainly of security and safety. And that is the sense I get from this nine. It is a card of safety, material safety. You're secure, you're established, you're safe from the encroachments of others. However, you are more than happy and willing to share what you have with others on your own terms. So this is a card of tremendous accomplishment and satisfaction in that accomplishment, in your abundance. And this abundance certainly is not solely material, although you have perhaps an abundance of the things that you need. But you also have the satisfaction of being able to take care of your needs yourself. The eighth house is where we share resources with others, and this is the Justice card. The Justice card here is giving you an opportunity to improve a relationship. I'm getting a little bit of the Judgment card vibes here. It's you having a chance to make something more fair and more just in a relationship, to equalize the terms of that relationship so that both partners, both parties, are experiencing a similar responsibility and reward in giving and receiving. This card definitely indicates that you are willing to fight the battle on behalf of others. You are able and willing to see where others have been wronged and where you feel it is important that you speak out for a just and fair solution and rebalancing of a situation. The ninth house is our spiritual and philosophical values. It's where we stretch out and expand into the world. And the Nine of Swords is showing me that you've had many disappointments, many delays, perhaps many rejections in an effort that you've made to pursue something at a distance. And at a distance can mean in institution of higher education, perhaps going away to school, going to an institution that might be local, but it is still distant in that it is elevated in some way beyond our ordinary community activities. So this is additional training, learning, creating, publishing, sharing what you learn and what you know, your ideas with a larger community. And here I see you coming to the end of a long process of critically evaluating something, some communication, some project, some subject matter that is important to you, but one that you have not experienced a sense of success with. The 10th house is where others see us, who we are in the world. The Six of Wands shows you victorious. It definitely shows you victorious after a lot of struggle. So the Six of Wands is not someone just arriving as the winner. This is the winner who has been through the trenches, who has been in the weeds, who has been damaged, but who is now recognized for the effort, for their ability to endure, survive, and even thrive. So this is a beautiful card of balance. The 11th house is where we share our tribal affiliations where we join and connect with communities that are visible and invisible, Capricorn. And the Five of Swords is where you are negotiating with groups of people that you no longer feel aligned with. You no longer are pursuing the same values. You no longer share the same ideas. And the separation from this group has been difficult because the negotiation is so tricky here. Your ideas, the realm of ideas, the effort at observing and witnessing your thoughts, your patterns of thoughts, your behaviors and patterns of behavior are what has created the reality that you now recognize is no longer suitable for you. But moving away, extricating yourself from these people, from these ideas has been difficult. It has been painful, and you're still in the process of figuring that out. The 12th house is where we learn our lessons, the way things end up. And the 10 of Pentacles is rather unlikely less end of the lesson, but when I look at the 9 of Pentacles in the 7th house, this makes supreme sense to me. I feel you having achieved this material satisfaction here. You are comfortable in the material world. You know how to manipulate the resources in the material world to provide safety and comfort and abundance for yourself. However, you are learning through your activities and through your negotiations and collaborations with others that abundance shared is abundance multiplied. Abundance of your own is great, but in order to amplify that, it is shared with others and everyone is enriched. I'm going to pull a crystal oracle, Capricorn, to finish off this reading for you. Oh, okay. And I have pulled this rather stony looking gem, and it is fairy stone. The key word, Capricorn, is good fortune. I'm open to receive all the goodness the universe has to offer me at all times and in all ways. I'm going to leave it here for you right now, Capricorn. Again, I'm Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I thank you so much for your presence. This is a weekly reading now. I will see you again next week. And until then, Namaste, Capricorn.